I'm going to give me to tell him to call you. If he talks to me again, I'll tell him. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our regularly scheduled Committee on Council meeting. I officially call this meeting to order. I am Liliana Bakhtiari, the Chair of Committee on Council, and I am joined by my fellow committee members. To my far left, we have Councilmember Jason Winston, followed by Councilmember Jason Dozier, Councilmember Howard Shook, Vice Chair Byron Amos, and to my far right, we have Councilmember Amir Faroki and Councilmember Andrea Boone. This does constitute a quorum. Next, we have our agenda. We need to motion to adopt. I'll go ahead and make that motion. Do I have a second? Seconded by Councilmember Amos. Please open that vote. Thank you. 7 yeas, 0 nays. This does pass. Next, we have an approval of the minutes. I'll go ahead and make that motion. Do I have a second? Seconded again by Councilmember Amos. We also have been joined by Council President. We've also been joined by Council President Doug Shipman. Cannot talk today.
Vote is open.
7 yeas, 0 nays. I'll go ahead and also motion to adopt our full council agenda. Seconded by Councilmember Shook.
Vote is open. Vote is closed.
7 yeas, 0 nays. Next public comment. I don't believe we have anyone signed up. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, we'll move right into our legislative agenda. Give me one moment, Mr. Overton. I do believe that we are actually going to go ahead and move into executive session. So I'm going to make that motion. Do I have a second? Second. So to discuss a personal item. So we'll go ahead and go into open the vote on executive session. I've made the motion. It's been seconded by Councilmember Amos. Please open that vote. Personnel. Sorry, personnel. It's been a long weekend. I haven't had coffee.
Vote is up. Oh, well, one moment, please.
A personal matter. My own personal matter.
Vote is open. Vote is closed.
7 yeas, 0 nays. We will now move into executive session to discuss a personnel matter. This should not take long, and we will be back shortly. Returned. Do I have a motion to exit executive session? Moved by Councilmember Amos, seconded by Councilmember Winston.
Vote is closed.
7 yeas, 0 nays. We've officially exited out of executive session and are back in COC. Mr. Overton, will you go ahead and please read item number 1?
Item number 1, 24C5082, a communication from Mayor Andre Dickens appointing Ms. Patrice Perkins Hooker to serve as the city attorney for the city of Atlanta.
Thank you. I believe we are going to hold this item and revisit it after break, so I will go ahead and motion to hold. Seconded by Councilmember Shook.
Vote is open. Vote is closed.
7 yeas, 0 nays. This item is officially held. Let us please go ahead and move on to item number 2.
Item number 2, 24C5083, a communication from Councilmember Mary Norwood of District 8 appointing Ms. Nikki Foreman to serve as a member of the Atlanta Commission on Women. This appointment is for a term of 2 years.
Thank you. Do we have, has Ms. Foreman appeared? Is she here today?
I believe she is here today.
Thank you. Hi, Ms. Foreman. First and foremost, thank you so much for being willing to put yourself up for this position. And would you please tell us a little bit about why you would like to serve?
Yes. Well, thank you all for this opportunity. It is a distinct pleasure for me to serve in this capacity as a new resident in the Buckhead area, but a longtime lover of Atlanta. I am honored to be able to use the resources that I have and the passion that I have for women in the community to use in this capacity. I want to see women in Atlanta continue to thrive and grow and excel. And I think the work that the Atlanta Commission on Women is doing is really helping to change the game, set the tone, and lay a foundation for future generations of women. I want to see little girls become women who thrive and succeed in all areas. And so anything that I can do to be a support in that effort, I plan to do so.
Thank you so much. I move to approve. Seconded by Councilmember Boone.
Thank you.
Let us please open that vote.
Vote is open.
7 yeas, 0 nays. Congratulations. We're excited to have you. And this committee is active, very active. And so
Yes.
Mr. Overton or somebody from the analyst team will follow up with you to let you know. But they have been regularly meeting, and we're excited to have you aboard.
Fantastic. I look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Moving on to item number 3.
Item number 3, 24C5085, a communication from Councilmember Antonio Lewis, District 12, appointing Ms. Felicia Lehner to serve as a member of the Commission on Aging. This appointment is for a term of 4 years.
Thank you. This item was found favorable in CDHS, so I'll go ahead and motion to approve. Seconded by Councilmember Dozier.
Vote is open. Vote is closed.
7 yeas, 0 nays. This item passes. Moving on to item number 4.
That brings us to communications and resolutions. Item number 4, 24R3759, a resolution by the Committee on Council to appoint Mr. Brian Wallace as the mayor's appointee to the Elected Officials Compensation Commission for a term expiring with the next regular municipal election to be held November 4th, 2025, and for other purposes.
Mr. Wallace, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and good morning, all council members. Tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Brian Wallace. I went to Georgia Tech. I'm a City of Atlanta resident. Been practicing law for 23 years. I'm excited about this opportunity to serve on this commission. I believe that elected officials, a lot of your jobs require more than the 9-to-5 job, and I think it's important that elected officials are compensated adequately and properly in order to attract proper candidates, those positions. So I appreciate the opportunity to have an opportunity to serve. And if you have any questions, I'm here and open. I live in West Midtown, and I'm a lawyer here in Georgia. So.
Thank you so much. I believe that Councilmember Boone would like to say a few words.
Approval.
Move approval? Okay. Motion to approve by Councilmember Boone, seconded by Councilmember Amos.
Vote is open.
7 yeas, 0 nays. Thank you so much for being willing to do this work, and we are excited to have you on board.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 5.
Item number 5, that brings us to our resolutions. Item number 5, 24R3760, a resolution by Committee on Council authorizing the reemployment of Wasona Hammonds Griffin as Council Legislative Assistant for the Atlanta City Council pursuant to Section 3-505A of the Charter of the City of Atlanta, Georgia, for a period not to exceed 520 business days. Compensation will be charged to and paid from account numbers listed in annual amount not to exceed blank and for other purposes. Madam Chair, we do have an amendment to this item.
Go ahead and motion to amend. Seconded by Councilmember Amos. Seven yeas, 0 nays. Has been amended, and I believe that we have Ms. Santana Kimpson Wright to speak to this item.
Good morning, council members. The item that is before you today for consideration is to reemploy Ms. Wasona Hammonds Griffin. She began her career with the City of Atlanta in 1992, has worked under several administrations, and her knowledge experience is invaluable. Last week, due to a brief just check-in with the pension administrators, she was informed of how the June 30th expiration of vacation carryover would impact her retirement overall. And so there was a decision that had to be made very quickly. And so this is just applying Section 3505A, the 520 rule of the code.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for? Move approval by Councilmember Shook, seconded by Councilmember. Go ahead, read the caption, the amended caption. We're on our A game today, y'all.
Right. An amended resolution by Committee on Council authorizing the reemployment of Wasona Hammonds Griffin as Council Legislative Assistant for the Atlanta City Council pursuant to Section 3-505A of the Charter of the City of Atlanta, Georgia, for a period not to exceed 520 business days. Compensation will be charged to and paid from accounts listed and for other purposes.
Thank you so much. We had a motion by Councilmember Shook, seconded by Councilmember Amos. Vote is now open. 7 yeas, 0 nays. This is favorable as amended.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Moving on to our next item.
Item number 6, 24R3761, a resolution by Committee on Council authorizing an agreement with JA Consulting for organizational culture and leadership development on behalf of the Atlanta City Council in an amount not to exceed $30,000.00. All contracted work will be charged to and paid from the account numbers listed herein and for other purposes.
Thank you.
Good morning again, council members. This legislation is authorizing an agreement with JA Consulting LLC for organizational culture and leadership development coaching for city council staff. This will focus on landscape analysis, leadership development, and will also include targeted training that will serve as a roadmap for ongoing future growth and development of the council staff.
And thank you. Would you mind stating your name and your role again for
I'm
this?
sorry, Santana Kimpson Wright, Atlanta City Council.
Thank you, Ms. Wright. Does anyone have any questions? Seeing none. Motion to approve by Councilmember Shook, seconded by Councilmember Winston.
Vote is open.
7 yeas, 0 nays. This does pass. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Ms. Kimpson Wright. Moving on to item number 7.
That
I'm
brings
sorry,
us-
we actually have no, moving on to dual referred items, we have none, and I believe we have 3 items that need to come off of held.
Yes.
Would you please sound item number 10?
Item number 10, 24C5081, a communication from Councilmember Antonio Lewis, District 12, appointing Mr. Paul Hobson to serve as a member of the Atlanta Commission on Fatherhood, Men and Boys. This appointment is for a term of 2 years.
Mr. Hobson? Yeah, please, come up. And again, thank you so much for putting yourself up for this role, and please tell us a little bit about yourself.
To tell us about myself? Okay, this is my first time, being elected. So
Yeah, just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you would like to serve.
So I am an educator. I was an educator with Atlanta Public Schools for 5 years. No longer with Atlanta Public Schools. I'm with another district working as a special education teacher. Other than that, I'm a political organizer. I work for the Democratic Party of Georgia, worked on Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton campaign. I'm also a podcaster. Podcast is called Point of View Uncensored. We talk about politics, relationships, and culture. And The reason why, I chose this committee because I believe it's kind of a needed area that we need to kind of work on. Being a teacher, I understand that, the absence of fatherhood definitely does affect the child, and I definitely want to be part of that process to try to improve that. So glad to be here.
Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and move to approve. Second by Councilmember Dozier. Let us please open that vote.
Vote is open.
7 yeas, 0 nays. Mr. Hobson, thank you so much. You've been confirmed, and somebody from our analyst team or from the clerk's office will be in touch with you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That brings us to item number 11, 24R3699, a resolution by Committee on Council to appoint Ms. Malloy Peterson as one of 2 City Council appointees to the Elected Officials Compensation Commission for a term expiring with the next municipal general election to be held November 4th, 2025, and for other purposes.
Ms. Peterson present? Yes, please. Please do tell us why you would love to be put up for the compensation position.
It's been a long time, dream. But good morning. Yes, I'm Malloy Peterson. I'm a Senior Vice President at Selig Enterprises. I've been a resident of Atlanta for 25 years. Got my master's here at Georgia Tech in business, previously raised in Louisiana. I am a real estate developer, so I lead development projects for Selig Enterprises. Selig is a 3rd, 4th, 5th generation family company that owns a lot of property in Atlanta, around Atlanta, and I particularly am in the development group. In terms of my past experience with City Council, I was chair of the Development Impact Fee Committee for a period of 2 or 3 years, and I think this is going to be, Councilmember Hillis reached out to me for this. I think this is a good opportunity, and like everyone else, really do feel that public servants deserve their fair due in terms of compensation. The other thing, I'm a member of the Midtown Improvement District and the Upper West Side CID. So just generally, I think it's a great opportunity to participate, and I love getting involved with the City of Atlanta.
Thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions? We already have a motion and a second. Motion by Councilmember Shook, second by Councilmember Amos.
Vote is open.
The nail biter. 7 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And that brings us to item number 12, 24R3700, a resolution by Committee on Council to appoint Mr. Quentin G. Washington as one of 2 City Council appointees to the Elected Officials Compensation Commission for a term expiring with the next regular municipal general election to be held November 4th, 2025, and for other purposes.
Good morning, Good morning, council members. My name is Quentin Washington, and I am a resident of Grant Park and have lived in Grant Park and lived in Atlanta for, I guess it's been over 20-something years since I came out of law school. And instantly enough, I am the city attorney for the city of Stockbridge, and we work specifically in this space because when the new term of council started, we were able to have pay raises in effect for them, which greatly increased the salary that they were given, because Stockbridge has moved from, when I started, we were about 28,000, and then we ended up annexing a bunch of land into the city, which means we had to redistribute the loss provisions, and so now we're at a city of about 38,000 now and growing. And so I recognize that as your responsibilities increase with the number of people that you represent, and the city of Atlanta is continually growing, and it should be reflected in the amount of support and resources that elected officials have to be able to work with their citizens in that space. And so any help I can give, I'm proud to do it.
Thank you so much. Move for approval, motion to approve by Councilmember Boone, seconded by Councilmember Winston. They beat me to even ask if they had any questions for you, so clearly there are none. So we'll go ahead and open that vote.
Vote is open.
7 yeas, 0 nays. You are confirmed. Thank you so
Thank you. Look
much.
forward to working with you all.
Appreciate y'all. We do not have any walk-in legislation. This does conclude our legislative agenda. Before we adjourn, I do have a reminder. We do have a critical need, again, for appointments to the Solid Waste Appeals Board. We are 1 appointment away from quorum. And I would say we have, I'm going to read off the appointments. Council President has an appointment. Districts 1 and 2 have a joint appointment. Districts 7 and 8 have a joint appointment. Districts 11 and 12 have a joint appointment. And our at-large posts have a joint appointment. Mr. Overton will also send out an email again today. But if you have a vacancy, please, please, please go ahead and let us know if you have someone you would like to serve so that we can go ahead and get a quorum so we can start hearing those cases. Does anyone else have any other general remarks? Seeing none, we are adjourned. We'll see you all at 1. Thank you so much.